A community is connections. We're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. Go to alloffiber.com/ACP to learn more.
Presentation. It's time for North Platte High Volleyball on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM and video live stream at northplattepost.com. Bulldog Volleyball, brought to you in part by Shelter Insurance, the Shelter Boys, Pete Bowles and Brent Rogo, Dave's Place and CT Troubleshooters, Another Round in River's Edge Golf Course, Premier Toyota, and Sand Hills State Bank. Today's game also brought to you in part by Larry's Glass, the D&N Event Center, Great Plains Health, Great Plains Home Care, Larry's RV, Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, and the North Platte Public Schools. Now let's take you to the gym with play-by-play voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome everybody here to the Doghouse. I'm Paxton Gordon, joined alongside by Scott Carlson here for what could potentially be the last volleyball game of the season. We're hoping not. It is district playoff time. Bulldogs taking on the Bears from Omaha. Bryan, 4-hour trek. The Bears took on down here North Platte for the 8-2 district playoff. The 4 seed taking on the 5 seed. North Platte sitting at 8-25 on the year. Omaha Bryan sitting at 6-23. Of course, as I said, Scott Carlson joins me yet again. Scott EC, good evening to you. It seemed like I've seen you a lot here today.
Yeah, I know, man. It was normally there's a little more of a gap between studio time and game time.
Had a little bit of some nice relaxation, 45-minute nap before I got ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Scott probably got his little nap in, but we're ready here. Bulldogs.
45 minutes, huh?
I know. Well,
I feel like crap after that.
Again,
I need 15. I set an alarm for 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I already set it out. 45 is good for me. I normally get a little bit longer if it was a game starting at 7 or 6. But starting here today at 5 o'clock, Bulldog taking on the Bears in the first playoff matchup between these two teams. Winner goes to take on the number 1 seeded Lincoln Southwest in Lincoln tomorrow. Scotty, see how you feeling coming into today's first game of district playoffs?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I feel good, first of all, because it's a home game for the Lady Bulldogs. You know, that a big deal. Unsure when we first saw the brackets whether all of them were going to be played at Lincoln Southwest, who has the top seed in the district, but not the case. The play-in game, if you will, if you're a March Madness fan, it's like what do they call that, the round of zero?
The round of zero, I think it is.
Some stupid thing. Like, it's like a week zero. Anyway, but here we are in the Doghouse. So that's the first good feeling I got. Second good feeling I got is that Dogs are looking pretty good. You know, here at the end, we've seen some good things from them. Maybe, just maybe, this is when it all comes together, because in the postseason, the record's all reset to 0. Everyone's got the same chance to get to the state tournament.
And also, just one and done. You win, you're in.
That's right.
Or you lose, you're out. You continue on if you get that victory, which is always a good incentive. And as you talked about, Bulldogs looking much stronger in their most recent of competition, specifically from the service line. And just overall communication, really haven't sat here too much and talked about how they have just made those sloppy mistakes that they've done so all throughout the beginning of the year. We'll step aside and take a quick break, though, here on the Quick Stop pregame show. We come back. It's time for our Double Dip starting lineup, as well as our Midwest Cyclone AV 8TV player in the groove. We come back right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Is important. It helps you stand out from the rest. So why not establish yourself with exceptional personalization from Willow Creek Embroidery? Willow Creek Embroidery has moved to a new location with a bigger showroom and the same great service. No setup for new customers when ordering 12 or more apparel items. They can customize literally anything, and they are not just an embroidery shop. Promotional items, banners, cups, mugs, keychains, and even pens. Check out the new owner, Robert, and the crew at 1620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Garys.
So much fun happens at Another Round. Mark your calendars for October 29th, where they'll have a Halloween costume contest and karaoke with Jack Jams from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Check out their Facebook page for more fun activities happening at Another Round. Remember Another Round for some amazing food, drinks, and keno. They're open to the public. Good times, great food, Drinks and Sports, Another Round Sports Bar at River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them.
Swift Auto Center.
This is Joe from Swift Auto Center in North Platte. The Dogs play here. KWOQ North Platte, 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
This is the Bulldog pregame show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Doghouse. The number 4-seeded North Platte High School Bulldogs taking on the 5-seeded Omaha Bryan Bears, coming in the 4-hour trek down to Omaha, or excuse me, down here to North Platte. It is time for our Double Dips starting lineup. Brought to you in part by, of course, as always, Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte. Double Dips also offers 24+ different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls, along with homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Plus, they have available the ice cream trailer for your outdoor events. Starting on the side of the Omaha Bryan Bears, Jessica Conway, the senior, Sienna Stone, the junior, as well as Carolina Thompson, the junior, with Brooke Reed, the senior, Brandy Reed, the also senior. The Reed sisters putting up a strong fight here for the Bears. And then Rylan Hine, the junior, with Candace Jones Jr., Juliana Morellini, the senior, Veronica Gonzalez, the junior, Grace Valdez, the junior, Haley Sabb, the junior, with Mackenzie Traw, the senior, and then Shamra Sherlock, the freshman, and Gabriella Crosso, the freshman, on the side of the Bears. And it's time now for the starting lineup on the side of your North Platte High School Bulldogs. Always doing it all season and looking to do it again tomorrow. Scott Carlson for North Platte.
Hey, all right, here we go. Here's the Lady Bulldogs that you'll likely see on the court tonight. The senior middle hitter, 5'4", Kylie Tilford. Also, the sophomore right side hitter, 5'11", Addison Euling. A setter for the Lady Bulldogs, she's just a sophomore, 5'6", Abby Kaminsky. A junior defensive specialist, 5'4", Grace Ryland. Another setter for the Lady Bulldogs, Trinity Back, a sophomore as well, 5'5". The libero, Hallie Hamilton, a senior, 5'4". Izzy Belgum, the sophomore, at 5'8". The big gun on the left side, Carly Purdy, the senior, 6'1". And we heard earlier, 6 kills away from 1,200 for Carly Purdy. And finally, Kaylee Brocious, the senior, right side hitter at 5'7".
That's right. Bulldogs again taking on Omaha Bryan, the Bears. Bulldogs, while again their record towards the end of the season wasn't all that pretty, we do have to say, though, Scott Carlson, that overall the team played a much, much cleaner contest to end this year than one had started.
Yeah, we saw, like you said, some major service line runs, which that's a big deal in this game. If you can get yourself 6, 7, 8-point leads based on good serving, man, that's the way to do it. And that's what we kind of saw, that, especially that last match from the Bulldogs. They just maybe it was the match before where we saw them get real hot.
It was the match before with
because Ogallala was the last match. They weren't so hot. But from the match before that, though, we saw big runs from Abby Kaminsky, big runs from Hallie Hamilton. And, a lot of good things can happen if you can get a good service run.
Now, towards the end of the year, who really caught your eye, Scott Carlson, as somebody to keep an eye on outside of maybe the big names that we talked about, Hallie Hamilton, Abby Kaminsky, and specifically Carly Purdy?
Man, I tell you what, I think we've just seen a lot of the team come together and work together. A lot of great defensive play from Ryland. Izzy Belgum has come alive in some sets that we've seen. Euling has come alive. So, you become kind of a role player on a team if you're a good team anyway. You know your role, and I think we've seen everyone play it well.
And that's what you love to hear, not one name stepping up, but a whole list of names stepping up and getting the opportunity to really help prepare this Bulldogs and push them towards a good postseason run, because, hey, that's where it is. We're here in postseason play now. Winner goes on to take on the number 1 seeded Lincoln Southwest tomorrow in Lincoln Southwest. Loser goes home and has their season officially ended. on the year, which is always a scary sight, one and done, but at the same time, you just come in with a whole boatload of confidence. Bulldogs, again, looking to continue on their season, currently sitting 8-25 on the year. Omaha Bryan, 6-23. Again, big matchup here. Again, you think about it, two of the lower seeds, how they're going to perform. Can never underestimate your opponent, specifically here in tonight's play. But it is now time for the national anthem. We'll step aside and come back with more of our Quick Stop postgame, pregame show, and get you right up for the start of the game right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/fiberthings.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Want your business recognized where tens of thousands will see? The DNN Event Center is going digital. Become a valued sponsor of their nonprofit facility at gold, platinum, or diamond level and have your business appear on one of their new media screens today. The DNN is a locally owned nonprofit and the biggest event center in the western part of Nebraska, providing youth sports leagues for 3rd through 6th graders, able to host statewide sporting tournaments, space up to 70 pool tables, annual events, weddings, private celebrations, and very fundraiser friendly. The DNN Event Center.
Gosh, I am so hungry, but the game is on.
Well, you big lug, get off the couch and get to Dave's Place Pizza and Wings to watch and fill your massive belly.
Well, why didn't I think of that?
Well, just go to Dave's Place.
Dave's Place at 1510 East 4th is the quintessential place to watch the game and fill your belly. Massive or not, pizzas, wings, calzones, and even great meals for the kiddos. Daily specials too. Call in an order at 532-3922 or order online at davesplacenp.com. DoorDash available too.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse. Bulldogs taking on the Bears of Omaha Bryan. Bears coming in 6-23 on the year. Bulldogs 8-25. It is now time to set up here for our Midwest ATV player in the groove. Scott Carlson, take it away. Who is, in your opinion, in the groove coming into today's match?
Tell you what, I think we've seen a lot of great things, obviously, from Carly Purdy, but let's talk about the sophomores on this team, so the young players. And Trinity Vack, the setter, also Abby Kaminsky, a sophomore, the other setter. And so when your two quarterbacks are that young, you start thinking about things in the future. So that sophomore class, talented. Also Izzy Belgium, a sophomore. Addison Euling, a sophomore. So you've got a lot of Lady Bulldogs that are playing a lot of time that are going to be back for another couple of years.
That's what you love to hear, and that is our in-the-groove player of the game. Spend less time trying to fix your ATVs and UTVs. Let Midwest Cycle and ATV do it for... Oh, we did it! Scott Carlson gets it. Man,
I'll give you a starburst.
I was about to say, I can't believe I didn't get one yet, man. But it is now time for our... Excuse me here. As the lights were getting down, kind of blocks me out a little bit. It is time for Al's Lock and Safe keys to the game. I'll start it off here for the Bulldogs. It all starts off with clean, consistent play, minimizing the mistakes on your side, especially coming from the service line. Because while it has been a huge talking point and an advantage for North Platte and how great this starting lineup has been in terms of generating offense from the service line, there have been moments where that's kind of been a hindrance and they've given up some 3 points to the opposing side. So my key to the game here is to make sure that we minimize those easy points given up to the side of the Bears. Scotty C, take it away for yours.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think, you're going to be energetic. You're going to have nervous energy. So it's, I think, a matter of reining that in early on. I think the best way to do that is Be loud. Talk out there. You know what? I mean, if you've been around high school girls, they never shut up until they get on the volleyball court, and then they go silent. So, man, I think it's going to be important for the Bulldogs to rein in that nervous energy. You're at home. You know, the seniors thought maybe that Ogallala was their last home game, and then found out they get to play one more. So, keep the emotions in check. Use them to your advantage.
That is what you want to happen. Keep those emotions in check, and then again, just make sure that you do not take away and give 3 points on over on the side of Omaha. Bryan, so Bulldogs taking on Omaha. Bryan here in today's game. Winner heads on to the next round to take on Lincoln Southwest, while the loser, unfortunately, will have their state hopes and dreams kind of, unfortunately, go out the window, which, as we know, we're always hoping for the Bulldogs to continue it on. And I'm going to say it, I can't believe Scott Carlson got the starburst and not me over here.
I know, man. Hey,
my heart.
You know, but age before beauty.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. I am the beautiful
They
one.
felt sad.
Remember, they didn't think you were a bald, obese man.
That was just the football players. The
That is
volleyball
crazy.
team knows me. They see us.
That's
the football
true.
team never sees us.
That is true. They never do see us. Only Coach Altig sees us.
Yeah.
Coach Altig here earlier today. Well, here we are.
I think after 12 years of doing this, or 11 years, they'd recognize me, but
no. You're just another face in the crowd.
Face for radio.
That's very true. Bulldogs now going to be taking on here the Bears in the District A2 playoffs here in the play-in game. That's why winner goes on to take on the number 1 seeded Lincoln Southwest, who is 26-3 on the year. Loser has their season all but officially, well, not even all but officially over, officially ended here on the road.
No doubt it.
So big stakes on the line, and at the same time, those big stakes can also lead to mistakes, as they know one mistake and one loss could lead to an unfortunate series of events. And on the side of the Bulldogs, we've seen all season that there have been some struggles in terms of continuing the momentum in between sets. We'll see a couple of games where they absolutely crush set number 1, and then coming into set number 2, it all just evaporates pretty much out of the blue.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen them start really strong. Ogallala, heck, they dominated.
They crushed them in that first set.
Yeah, like you said, killed them, and then boom, it was just kind of. And you and I had that taste in our mouth. Like,
That's right.
Let's, it's on. It's not about the first set. In fact, the first set may be the least important.
The first set might
be. If you had to pick one, not that they're not all important, but if you had to pick one, it might be
the first set. First set, of course, could only lead to over expectations. Is up first to serve here on the side of Bryan, Juliana Morlini to the far side now. Tilford going to tip it in, but it's going to fall out of bounds. It's going to touch the antenna, and with that, a point towards North Platte to start this game off. Switching sides again. Carly Purdy, how many? 6 kills she needs to get 1,200 on the career for a very illustrious career here at North Platte. She goes on to the University of Nebraska Kearney. The light tip pushing all the way back over to Hamilton. That one pushed on over by Carasso. Oh, good tip coming in on the side of, I believe that was Belgium, and now we'll set back up to the near side. Addison Ewing to the back corner, and
nice
it just barely squeaks in. Addison Ewing with the nice accuracy, just barely squeaking it into that back left corner. 2-0 Bulldogs advantage.
Getting close to basketball season. They practicing putting the arc on it.
That's right. The ball just dropped right out from underneath it and snuck on in. Bulldogs lead 2-0 here. Again, best of 5, not a best of 3. It's a best of 5 here all throughout state play. Serve up through the middle. Going to be good save coming on the side of Trinity. Back to Purdy at the back line. And that one, too much mustard behind it. Going to hit it out of bounds with that 2-1 in favor of North Platte still. As coming up now, Cadence Jones to serve. Nice soft one that's just going to hit the front of the net. And with that, the lead advances 3-1 in favor of the Bulldogs with Izzy Belgium now up to serve.
And, sometimes, like we've talked, it's just about keeping it in play, letting the opponent make a mistake.
And we've seen, as you said that, Scott Carlson, Izzy Belgium, unfortunately, smacks it right into the netting on her serve. It's now 3-2. Still the advantage in front of the Bulldogs. And 4 seed taken on the 5 seed as now Jessica Conway up to serve. That one's going to fly out of bounds on the near sideline. 4-2. Back-to-back-to-back service errors on either side. And, it works out, but at the same time, we were thinking, maybe trying to lock it on down a bit.
If you give one and get one, I guess that's all right. Not how you want to earn points. But
still up, though, +2 as Kylie Tilford gets one into the side of the Bears. The set, they have to get it on over, and they do so with Thompson. Tilford. Back to Purdy. Block at the front, and it's still going to fall in anyway. Blocked off the tip, I believe, from Gabriella Carasso. But unfortunately, on the side of the Bears, it just fell between two defenders, and with that, 5-2. And up to serve, Kylie Tilford, and another service error as that one hits right into the front of the net. Talked about early on, we're already getting into my key of the game right off the bat here, limiting the points off of your own side in terms of mistakes. And now, what is that? 3 service errors.
Shot in the foot.
That's right. 2 service errors for the side of the Bulldogs. Oh, some great defense, and they're allowed to finally get it over after some scary moments. But that on the side of Omaha, Bryan's going to fall down. Veronica Gonzalez let that one, unfortunately, with her set fly through her hand. And that's a point towards North Platte. They lead by 3, 6-3 early here in set number 1. As Abby Kamensky now up to serve with a 3-point advantage. One of those young bright spots for the Bulldogs, specifically from the service line and from the setting position. As there in the back line, Grace Ryland will be able to defend it. Purdy with that roll spike up high. Gonna spike it into her own net. A little too far back. It's now 6-4. Still advantage for the Bulldogs. That point goes to the Bears.
Now there's a point where Carly struggles. That's it. If that sets off the net and gets a little low, she's quick on her approach. Plus she's got that long stride. So a set a little bit off or behind her is a big deal.
Haley Sapp served it up for the Bears as Kaylee Brocious gets it in. But great save from the Bears. They're able to get it on oval. Hamilton to Trinity back to Purdy, and that time, that one was much better. You can tell when it's going to be a good one. It might lead to a point when Carly Purdy is able to lean into it and absolutely decimate it. That's her second kill of the game. It's a 7-4 affair with the Bulldogs up top.
Right, nice set from Abby Kaminsky, just right there in the breadbasket.
And that's what you love to see. Again, making amends for that last setup. This time, getting the Bulldogs a point. To the back line it goes for the Bears. The set now, and they just got to get it on over, and they will successfully with Jessica Conway, but it flies out the back. Point for the Bulldogs, 8-4. Purdy now up for her second serve, and this is where really the momentum starts to build for the Bulldogs, specifically offensively from the service line. That one going to get to Conway in the back. The set from Gonzalez, just having to skip it on over, is more leany, but it's going to squeak in for a Omaha Bryan point, 8-5.
That nice little shot, wide open, deep corner would be the defensive left corner for the Bulldogs, and nice little finesse shot.
Nice finesse shot. Bulldogs, unfortunately, couldn't do anything to get back there in time. A light serve going to come in for the ace from Carolina Thompson, just barely in front of Carly Purdy, and that's one of the hardest serves to take advantage of is those really light finesse serves, because you don't know if it's going to fall even shorter or just get right back to you where you're standing. And the spike right back down, but no good. That one coming off of Juliana Morlini as that spikes her into her own net.
Yeah, those short serves, the brain wants to wait for the serve to come to you, so sometimes you're half a second late taking that step, and they get you.
They get you. 9-6 is currently where we sit with Hallie Hamilton up to serve for the Bulldogs. A light one now gets to the back way to Sienna Stone. And then up top there goes Conway. Whoa, what a great save, though, coming in from Abby Kamensky, as that one's just hit over by Tilford. Set in the middle towards the near side. Coming in and smacking it down, Jessica Conway, but it's going to hit too short. Bulldogs with another point, back up to 4, 10-6. Again, set number 1 of a potential best of 5 between the Bears and the Bulldogs. Winner goes on to take on Lincoln Southwest. Hamilton with this nice serve gets in for an ace. The first for Hallie Hamilton, and that time using the curveball, as many would say, the finesse shot to sneak one in. It's now 11-6. Thank you again to our premier sponsors here for today. Dave's Place Pizza and Wings on 1510 East 4th Street. Hamilton, another light serve, going to get on over to the back line with Brooke Reed. Far side tip nice back block in, and then going to be saved. What a great save on the side of the Bears to keep it alive. trending towards a North Platte point, but the reflex is able to keep it alive for Omaha. Bryan Morlini has it blocked at the front by Tilford. Now the Bulldogs have to set it up offensively with Brocious. The set in the middle, near side, coming in Conway, but nothing really doing it behind it. Backline attack from Carly Purdy yet again. That roll spike not doing her any good today early on, 11-7.
Yeah.
She spikes that in the net.
I think just kind of took her eye off it and hit off the outside of her hand a little bit. Unfortunate.
Juliana Morlini now coming up to serve for the Bears. Nice strong one back to Purdy in the back line. She saves it to keep it inbounds. Now Tilford just has to swing it on over on a light attack. The other way comes with it. Pushed on over by Carasso. And with that, a point back towards the Bears. They got 2 in a row with a little momentum on their side.
Finding the openings in that Bulldog defense, and there was a big opening there.
Into the abyss, as Scott Carlson likes to say.
The portal.
Now it's 11-8. Bulldogs still up top. Purdy with another great save on the near side. Hitting on over on the roll spike. That time was Izzy Belgium. The set. Conway with the spike. Gets it on over to Purdy, who had to get really low to get it.
Ooh,
and now Tilford tips it. Some good back and forth here in this first set. Tipped on over by Carasso. Another save from Carly Purdy. She had to go quite a bit of distance to get it, and then Tilford hits it on over. Good clean play offensively, and then the attack coming in on the side of Jessica Conway. Not going to pull anything advantage-wise for the Bears, and she hits it right into the net, 12-8. As checking back in, Addison Euling and Trinity Vack for North Platte. They lead here set number 1, 12-8 over the Omaha Bryan Bears. Vack with her first serve today, a strong one in the back line. That's going to bounce right off of Carolina Thompson's arm for an ace for Trinity Vack. It's now 13-8.
Yeah, that ball floated and then kind of died at the end. It looked like it was going to go long, and a tough one to judge.
Carolina Thompson not having her feet set properly, and with that, it goes right out the back. Another poor set and pickup on the side of Carolina Thompson. And a timeout's going to be called on the side of Omaha Bryan following that mistake. They're trailing 14-8 here in set number 1 of district playoff play. We come back. More action here. Bulldogs leading 14-8.
State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhills State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back to the Doghouse. Bulldogs currently leading 14-8. Thank you to our premier sponsor here for today. Another round / River's Edge Golf Course. After your golfing, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. Now offering Cody Keno. The point's going to fall the way of Omaha Bryan after the timeout. Bulldogs, unfortunately, a little late defensively on the rotation, having a point going the way of the Bears. As up here to serve now for the side of Omaha Bryan, it's going to be Cadence Jones. The set, far side, Addison Euling comes across, but gets it on back there to Morlini. The set, Conway in the middle, gets it to Hallie Hamilton, who has had her feet misplaced a little, but great save from Purdy, and Hamilton get it on over for the Bulldogs. The set, middle attack coming in from the side of Gabriella Carasso, and another point
Finding
towards
that corner.
I know, she's really been accurate, hitting it towards the near side corner.
Both, and earlier she found the far side as well. She's been just, like I said, finding that opening in the Dogs' D.
Again, Bulldogs pulling a little too far forward on the defense because of that, leaving some wide open holes on the backside as Izzy Belgium, squeaks one in between the two defenders, Carasso and Jessica Conway, and we're back up to a 5-point advantage for North Platte, 15-10. As Grace Ryland will come up to serve for the first time here in today's contest. Ryland hitting the left-handed southpaw style. Gets the setup from Carasso, then hitting it on over on the roll spike. No good. Haley Sabb. That roll spike just a bit too short. And with that, another point towards the Bulldogs, 16-10. Looking good early on here, Scott Carlson. After a couple, I was just about to say, after a couple of those service line mistakes going away, speak one into existence as Grace Ryland serves it right into the net, 16-11, with Jessica Conway serving now. But overall, still very excited to see how this Bulldogs will play, and yet another service line violation. That one smikes right into the net, 17-11. As back to the top we go with Kylie Tilford, and then checking in Brooklyn Ayers for Trinity Vac. 17-11 Bulldogs up over the Bears here in district playoff play for volleyball. The set. Carasso on the back deep side, going to push it on over to Ryland. The set to Carly Purdy, and that is kill number 3 on the night. She's halfway there to 1,200 kills in her career. It's now 18-11. Good set from Brooklyn Ayers to get Carly Purdy wound on up to power it back down. Bulldogs up by 7. Backside of Gonzalez. And getting on over is going to have to be Gabriella Carasso. Back to Ryland. Ayers to the near side. Ewing just trying to tip it in, but good defense coming in from Cadence Jones. But there's Purdy to stuff it. It's going to sneak on over, but last touch by an Omaha Bryan defender. A little scary there as he got over the net. Surprisingly, the Bulldogs not really too ready, but it just fell too far out of bounds.
Got a little help.
Tilford now up for her third serve. Bulldogs lead 19-11. Another good strong one to the back line. It goes to Conway. The set, and now hitting it on over on that roll spike, going to be Haley Sapp. Purdy spiking it on down, rolling it. And with that, the 4th kill of the game for Carly Purdy. It's 20-11 now. Bulldogs on a bit of a tear now, getting into full rhythm here in set number 1. Their largest lead at 11. Tilford coming up for her 4th serve. Ackley gets to Gonzalez. The set and getting it on over Sabb lightly, but there's Brooklyn Ayers defensively in the middle to Purdy. Oh, right off of Gonzalez's hands. That's going to fall right in front of us. That's the 5th kill of the game for Carly Purdy. One away from that illustrious 1,200. And she and this Bulldog squad on fire and firing on all cylinders. Tilford's 5th serve. A light one picked up by Carasso, but luckily on the side of Omaha Bryan, they're able to set it up properly to Mickey Madison, who wasn't ready offensively, but was able to get it across for the Bulldogs and pushing it over lightly. Thompson. Ayers to Purdy. It's going to push it, but to the back line it goes to Gonzalez. The Bears setting it up pretty immaculately on defenses. Some more communication, and Purdy going for it. That roll spike just a little bit farther back again. You can start to see where maybe that's the struggles of tonight for Carly Purdy. Then the roll spikes just a little bit too far from the netting.
Yeah, they're just, when you're close up like that and you roll it, they're easy to get a little too much on because you really got to get under them to, get them up and over.
Even for Carly Purdy's height, which is, again, very, very tall. Oh, my good heavens. A nice, strong serve coming in from Carly Purdy, and she almost took the hands off of Juliana Morlini, but there she was to block it. But that point's still going to fall away.
1,200.
North Platte. There is 1,200 kills in her career for Carly Purdy as Abby Kamensky comes up to serve, as well as Sienna Mitchell, the sophomore, getting action, checking in for Brooklyn Ayers. Great serve from Kamensky to the back line of Gonzalez. And it's going to fall in for an ace from Abby Kamensky. 23-12 here, set number 1.
Run it out. Let's just run it out, Abby.
Finish strong is what the motto is. Again, the real talk of the town is going to have to be set 2 and 3 from this point on, because set 1 has just been all Bulldogs. Another strong serve from Kamensky. It'll fall in for the 2nd straight ace. Scott Carlson, game point here in set number 1.
That's right, yeah. And Abby, we saw a couple matches ago have an awesome run from the service line, so fitting that she would put it away right here.
Against Ogallala, started strong in set number 1 and closed it out in set number 1. Unfortunately for Kamensky, a little too hard on that mustard. Puts it out the back. Still an 11-point advantage for North Platte, 24-18. With up to serve now, Haley Sabb for the Bears. Light serve, got over to Mickey Madison. Now towards the middle, Madison. What a great diving save coming in on the side of Haley Sabb, and the Bears are able to get it on over. Great defensive play for them, but they're not going to be ready in time for Mickey Madison's quick attack, and that is officially how set number 1 will end. The Bulldogs with the advantage. They take down Omaha Bryan here in set number 1, 25-13. We'll take a quick break. We come back. Set number 2 action right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
This fall, you're really going to be thanking Grandpa Gus as you get your RVs, boats, tractors, cabins, homes, airplanes, and shops ready for winter. Keep warmth-seeking damaging mice out. Grandpa Gus is a potent mouse repellent that comes in 10 or 4-pack pouches, a liquid spray, and now Larry's RV also has Grandpa Gus in powder form to sprinkle around area perimeters for even more mouse protection. Grandpa Gus pouches last 30 to 90 days, and it also freshes air while repelling. Stop in soon at Larry's RV and get your Grandpa Gus mouse repellent.
Swift Auto Center. You're listening to Bulldog Athletics with Swift Auto Center of North Platte on KWOQ North Platte, 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Gosh, I am so hungry, but the game is on.
Well, you big lug, get off the couch and get to Dave's Place Pizza and Wings to watch and fill your massive belly.
Well, why didn't I think of that?
Well, just go to Dave's Place.
Dave's Place at 1510 East 4th is the quintessential place to watch the game and fill your belly. Massive or not, pizzas, wings, calzones, and even great meals for the kiddos. Daily specials too. Call in and order at 532-3922 or order online at davesplacenp.com. DoorDash available too.
North Platte Post Sports.
We're back here to the Doghouse. Bulldogs taking the set 1 victory over Omaha Bryan, 25-13. Scott Carlson, give me your set 1 takeaways.
Hey, I tell you what, man.
Got him in the middle of eating.
No, it's just a starburst, so it made my mouth watery. But no, I tell you what, a pretty clean set for the Bulldogs. We saw some good things happening from the service line. Good. It's a lemon one, man. It's bad. But here we go. Let's get it started right away with some good serving.
Bulldogs, though, need to clean it up a little bit on those service line infractions in terms of hitting it into the net. And with that good serve starting off for Trinity Vac here, set number 2. Bulldogs lead 1-0 as that's going to bounce off of Kylie Tilford for a point going the way of the Bears. They now lead 1-0 with up to serve Giuliana Morlini.
Got poked in the eye on the high five.
Well, that's the worst part.
The libero coming off, man.
That's the worst part of it. That was a high five, is getting poked in the eye. Far side, Euling. It's going to fall in for a Bulldog point. They tie it back up one apiece with now Izzy Belgum up to serve. And checking back in comes Veronica Gonzalez. Hopefully all A-OK following the friendly fire on the high five as Belgum gets all the way to the back line to Brooke Reed, the set, and then getting it on over goes Gabriela Carasso. And now Hamilton from the back line going to throw it on out. That's an attack we haven't seen much from Hallie Hamilton all year. She said, why not here in district play? Get it going, but unfortunately it'll fall the way of the Bears. 2-1. With up now to serve Cadence Jones with the Bears leading 2-1. Jones with a nice light serve to Hallie Hamilton, and then Tilford just roll spikes it on over. Gonzalez Jones, and now to Jessica Conway. Unfortunately, it falls off of her arm awkwardly, and with that, a point towards the Bulldogs, 2-2. With Kylie Tilford now up to serve, and Nikki Madison checking in for North Platte. Tilford, nice strong one, gets the back line to Thompson. The set, and then Gonzalez having a roll spike it on over. Not a good offensive series for the Bears as Mickey Madison has it tipped off the hand of Gabriella Carasso, and with that, a 3-2 lead for North Platte as they get the first lead.
Nice little quick one set in the middle there for Mickey. Nice little soft hands. I got to quit saying nice little. Goodness.
Again, it's one of those
soft hands from the setter.
It's one of those things.
Trinity
Again, it's me like with, understanding or ums and ums, just words you keep saying over and over as it gets on over. The Bulldogs now setting it up to Purdy, who has to just barely tip it on over, and that one sneaks in for a Bulldog point. 4-2 as in comes Carly Purdy. Wasn't really expecting it to get a point with the way she hit it, but snuck one in.
Right, I think kind of the mistiming of it threw off the timing of the defense as well.
As Purdy was set up on the far side and basically had to come into the center point of the court to get that spike in, but it worked out for the Bulldogs as getting it on over Jessica Conway for the Bears. Far side to Purdy, who lines it up and sneaks one in, again bouncing off the hand of Gabriella Carasso. It's 5-2 in favor of North Platte.
Yeah, it is too strong to shut down at the net is Carly Purdy.
You got to be essentially.
Kinda hurts the hands.
It does, but you have to be on a whole nother level than Carly Purdy to be able to take one of those off of the hands. It's almost an ace coming in on the side for the Bulldogs. Veronica Gonzalez roll spikes it out of bounds. It's 6-2 in favor of North Platte here in set number 2. Again, thank you to our premier sponsors for today, Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, Juanita Bassett, and many others. Go to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations as Tilford gets another good strong serve on over as Brooke Reed's going to find just in front of the out-of-bounds line for a point toward the Bears.
Two Bulldogs back there looking at each other as the ball goes by. What's that tell you?
Nobody's talking. As up now comes Jessica Conway serving up for the side of the Bears. Another good strong set. Madison on the outside is going to sneak one in for a point towards the Bears. Now the lead's back up 7-3 with Grace Ryland and now Abby Kamensky checking in. Kamensky up to serve. We're going to continue on with this Bulldog domination here in the district play-in game. As a great serve from Kamensky gets to Veronica Gonzalez. And now just having to get it on over on the side, Carolina Thompson, but Hamilton saves it. And then Purdy has it in, tipping it off. Well, if it seems like the cheek, shoulder or cheek of Veronica Gonzalez for another point towards North Platte, 8-3. Their advantage now. All Bulldogs here in set number 2, Scott Carlson.
Yep, Bulldogs controlling it so far.
Another great serve. Kamensky falls in for an ace, 9-3. As again, a little miscommunication between Jessica Conway and Veronica Gonzalez, allowing for the ace to fall in. Set number 2, Bulldogs already won set number 1, 25-13. Looking to get through this set 2 at blazing pace as that one gets back to Gonzalez on the side of Kamensky as Brooke Reed gets it on over. Great save. The set to Purdy, lines it up, but great defensive play from Jessica Conway to be there in time. Roll spiking it on over as Thompson. Now the Bulldogs set it up to a backline hit from Hamilton. No good. The Bears going to reset up. Here comes Brooke Reed's attack. Going to fall in for a point as it bounced off of Mickey Madison's hand, 9-4.
Another back row attack from the libero.
Love to see that, though, from her game. Normally known as the defensive specialist.
That's tough. Yeah, your libero can't play it above the plane of the net, so you got to, even on a back row, make sure she stays below it. Or, yeah, she can play it above. She just can't take it over.
As Grace Ryan receives a serve in the back line. To Kaylee Broach. Just going to barely fall out the back. Point towards the side of Omaha. Bryan, 9-5. 2 points going to the side of the Bears off of Bulldog mistakes. Now just a 4-point advantage for North Platte with Veronica Gonzalez up to serve. Gonzalez, line drive that gets picked up on the side by Madison, and then she's there to receive it on the defensive end, flying across the court. Purdy winds up. It's going to bounce off the hand that time of Brooke Reed, and she sat there with her hand hold on to it. She took it right from Carly Purdy.
Bending the fingers back.
10-5 the advantage for the Bulldogs. With Carly Purdy right back up to serve. Purdy's coming in for a line driver, picked up though by Veronica Gonzalez and Jessica Conway. That time of the roll spike in, but the Bulldogs unable to react accordingly defensively and now allow a point to get across. 10-6.
I think Mickey got just a little bit of a hand on it there, and that threw off the trajectory just a little bit.
By a little bit, I mean it went all the way to the scorer's table.
Well, I mean, it went off of Mickey's hand on the block and then threw off the Reed on the D.
To Purdy as Brooke Reed has that one bounce off of her arms and then roll spiking it over. Veronica Gonzalez to now Izzy Belgum. Line attack, the set towards the near side to Morlini. Oh, and then defensively getting her hands up on it. Hallie Hamilton, if she probably let that go, is going to fly out the back in my estimation.
Yeah, usually if you have to reach way up above your head in the back row, it's going to be out.
It's going to be out. So it's 10-7. Omaha Bryan clawing their way back in. It's just the 3-point Bulldog lead. Belgum. Kamensky to the middle now. Belgum just pushes it on over. Good set from Jessica Conway to keep it alive. And then Thompson with the little light hit. Going to fall in between two Bulldog defenders. Now only a 2-point advantage for North Platte. Lackadaisical defensive play currently is where it's sitting right now.
Gotta talk.
Bulldogs had an immense lead of 6. Now only lead by 2 over the Bears. As Brooke Reed's serve goes back to Purdy. The middle of the Brocious. And there's Veronica Gonzalez to receive it. Now hit it on over is Morlini to Purdy. Kamensky to the middle. Belgum. Oh, just in front of Brooke Reed, who's there defensively. Morlini again. Doesn't get too good of a jump that time and hits it into the net. 11-8 Bulldogs still up.
All right. Run from Hallie would be kind of fun.
Bounce back, that's what it is. You got to refocus in after a couple of bad sets as Hamilton's serve gets on all over to Veronica Gonzalez. Morlini with the spike gets tipped to the front by Tilford. Now towards the near side, Brocious has to really bend back to get it, and unfortunately will serve it into the net. 11-9. Couple of defensive lapses and some poor setting has allowed the Bears to step back into this ball game, but the Bulldogs lead 11-9. As Carolina Thompson's light serve gets to Belgum. Now Tilford roll spikes it on over to Brooke Reed's defense. The set. Picked up by Jessica Conway. Good diving save, though, from Carly Purdy. And now the Bulldogs are able to get it on over defensively. Set towards the middle. Morlini has it blocked off the Bulldog defenders. It's going to tip out of bounds off of Jessica Conway. As North Platte now up 12-9.
I did a little lip reading there on the Omaha Bryan. It's young lady.
Not too happy with herself on that one. As up now comes Trinity Vac to serve with a now 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Ooh, a little scary for the side of Omaha. Bryan, that's going to sneak just in from Addison Ewing up front.
Snuck her in.
We're really talking about sneaking it in. That
hold
was
my breath.
right on the line. And with that, 13-9, an ace for Trinity Vac. Her first of the night. Vac gets set, and she'll let it fly. To backline, Brooke Reed it goes. The set towards Conway on the near side. It's going to fly out of bounds, and with that, another point towards the Bulldogs. 14-9. Again, stay solid and then force Omaha Bryan to make the plays, which then leads to mistakes.
Yeah, keep it in play and stay in system.
Scott Carlson's might as well put that up on a poster somewhere. Keep it in system. Zvack now gets another strong one back to Veronica Gonzalez. Now to the far side. Morlini pushes it over, but Hamilton there to save it. Now to the near side. Ewing! What a great diving save for Veronica Gonzalez. And Omaha Bryan's able to keep it alive. Bulldogs, though, will reset out to Madison. And Kylie Tilford's going to sneak it on between the two defenders, Juliana Morlini and Jessica Conway, for a Bulldog point.
Yeah, just big power. The block not sealing off the net, and Kylie using that strength she has.
Snuck it on in, 15-9. Another great serve from Vac to the back line. Awkwardly comes off of Carolina Thompson. Now the Bears just have to get it on over. The set towards Ewing. And right there defensively, Carolina Thompson. And under a center line violation picked out by our Heidi rules official here on my side, Scott Carlson. A point towards the Dogs, 16-9. Again, another strong run from the service line. Again, brought to you by Trinity Vac. One of those, again, young, promising setters that Scott Carlson's talked about here in the pregame. The set now, as that one tipped over by Jessica Conway. Good defense by both Hamilton and on the side of Vac to keep it alive. But the Bears will now set up towards the middle. Morlini gets it on over to Vac. Whoa, really awkward set from Hamilton. She's not too pleased with that one. Now the Bears will look to capitalize. Morlini tipping it back, but Trinity Vac easily receives. Towards the backline attack from Purdy, and that one's flying out the back. Not touched by an Omaha Bryan defender. 16-10.
Sailed it. Yeah, again, just got a little bit under it too much, got a little bit behind her, I think, and that's the recipe for a long ball.
Recipe for a long ball is up now. Comes Juliana Morlini to serve.
That was in.
Wow, that one's just going to barely squeak in on the back line. The Bulldogs had one in their service, and now on the side of the Bears, they're able to sneak one in too.
Yeah, just float and drop.
Just dined out at the bottom.
Right,
like Scott Carlton always says, and as we were going to have a substitution, but a little too late. Hamilton, Vac, and now towards the near side, Belgium, but she's going to be easily defending it there, was Cadence Jones, and then tipping it on over is Gabriella Carasso, but that time Purdy sniffing it out. Backline attack from Hamilton. That time it sneaked in, but Morlini saves it. And then the tip right back in from Tilford, but the Bears save it. Those have to swing it on over. Hamilton, Vac, far side, Belgium, blocked off of a Bears front player. They'll keep it alive to Conway, who spikes it into the net. Part of the weakness and downside for the side of the Bears has been their roll spikes as well, just a couple of feet away from the net. Unable to spark the magic. 17-11 with Izzy Belgium up to serve. Belgium with her first serve here in the second set. Bulldogs lead 17-11 and one set advantage. Conway has it blocked there by Tilford, and then Purdy. Blocked by Kylie Tilford, then she sets it to Purdy, and Purdy rockets it on down, 18-11.
Kind of waiting there for her, saying, hit me. Second contact.
18-11. Bulldogs already lead in one set to nothing. Belgium, another second serve back to Brooke Reed, and that bounces awkwardly off of her arm for a Izzy Belgium ace. 19-11. Bulldogs catching back into stride. Again, all starting from the service line. Belgium with her third serve now. Strong one to the backside, picked up by Cadence Thompson, but now Conway saves it, and then going to be tipped on over by Carasso, but the Bulldogs there as Purdy lines it up, and she's going to sneak that roll spike in for another Bulldog point. 20-11 looked a little scary because she wasn't fully getting the momentum into that one, but she's able to sneak it in. 20-11 for Izzy Belgium yet again to come up and serve. Bulldogs on quite a run here in set number 2. Goes to the backside to Brooke Reed. The set from Jones, and now Carasso tips it on over, but there's Hallie Hamilton to save it to Purdy, who lines it on up, and it sneaks between both Veronica Gonzalez as well as Carolina Thompson for a Bulldog point, 21-11.
Big power on the cross court and just finding that corner.
Just nothing you can do defensively as a Omaha Bryan defender, because at that speed, what can you do defensively to get there in time? Thompson now to Jones, and Conway hits it all the way back, but great defense from Izzy Belgium. The set, Purdy having a roll, spike it on over to Veronica Gonzalez. It's going to be saved and then pushed over by Brooke Reed. A little bit of sketchy offense for the Bears. The Bulldogs will now set up, and Purdy's going to sneak one in as it bounced off of Cadence Jones' fingertips for a Bulldog point.
Yeah, they've done a job getting a hand on it on Carly Purdy. Just too much power. You can just see their hands bend right back.
Great technique in terms of getting there in time, but so tough to have the firm wrist when Purdy's just slamming it at 1,000 miles per hour. As for the first time, we're seeing Carly Purdy step on out. We don't really see that much in the season, as Eleanor Weir will check in for the Bulldogs. Belgium, another strong serve to Brooke Reed, and it's going to be saved there by Weir. Now the Bears set up. To the far side to Conway. It's going to be blocked off of Kylie Tilford. A point fall in the way of Omaha Bryan. 22-12 here in set 2. Bulldogs with a 1-set advantage against Omaha Bryan here in district playoff play as Ewing sneaks one in on the far side sideline. 23-12. And with that, now up to serve Kylie Tilford as Mickey Madison checks in. Bulldogs sneaking ever so much closer to a 2-0 set advantage.
Right.
Against the number 5-seeded Omaha Bryan Bears. Tilford, strong serve, gets the back line. Cadence Thompson, good save from Brooke Reed, and then Carasso tips it over to Kamensky. And now Ewing, she sneaks it in between 2 defenders. Brooke Reed as well as Cadence Jones not there in time. It's now set point for the Bulldogs here in set number 2, 24-12. Tilford gets ready to rock and roll. She lets it fly. It's going to fall in for an ace. And that is how this set is going to end. The Bulldogs take the victory here against Omaha Bryan in set number 2. They now lead 2-0 with a 25-12 victory. We'll step away and take a break. We come back. Set number 3 action here from the Doghouse on FM 91, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Is important. It helps you stand out from the rest. So why not establish yourself with exceptional personalization from Willow Creek Embroidery? Willow Creek Embroidery has moved to a new location with a bigger showroom and the same great service. No setup for new customers when ordering 12 or more apparel items. They can customize literally anything, and they are not just an embroidery shop. Promotional items, banners, cups, mugs, keychains, and even pens. Check out the new owner, Robert, and the crew at 1620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Garys.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Larry's Glass would like to thank all of their valuable customers over the years for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass is a full-service glass company from car windows and storefronts to custom-cut glass, mirrors, and more. If you need glass, Larry's Glass has you covered. They take pride in their work with professional installation and satisfaction guaranteed. Thank you for your patronage over the years and for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass on the corner of 5th and Vine, where they do glass and so much more.
We all try to prepare for life's what-ifs, but what happens if those uncertainties become a reality? I'm Stephen Rhodes, and as your local farmers insurance agent, I'm here for you. I can help you determine the coverage that fits your needs. When you have questions about insurance, turn to me, Stephen Rhodes, with Farmers Insurance. I'm proud to sponsor tonight's game. Go Bulldogs! Find me, Stephen Rhodes, at 102 North Dewey.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Swift Auto Center. Go Dogs from Swift Auto Center of North Platte as you listen on KWOQ North Platte 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back to the Doghouse here, set number 3. Bulldogs with a 2-0 set series lead over Omaha Bryan in playoff volleyball. Winner goes to take on Lincoln Southwest tomorrow in Lincoln, with, of course, first serve at 6 o'clock. Scott Carlson through 2 sets. How you feeling about this Bulldog squad?
Well, I'll tell you what, they're doing what we would expect them to do and getting the job done.
And that's what's
pretty good serving.
And that's what most important, because you'll sometimes see teams when it comes to playoff time kind of let go of some of the things just out of, I would say fright, but nervousness, because it is playoff time, as that point coming in on the side of the Bulldogs following some defensive lapses on the side of Omaha. Bryan 1-0. And that's the thing. You come in and we'd expect the Bulldogs to take care of business today. And there's, of course, times where you get that in your mind that, hey, we can maybe just breeze walk right through this. Nope, not on the side of the Bulldogs. They're all business today with a 2-0 series lead over the Bears as Brooke Reed gets it on over to Hamilton. Back towards the near side of Ewing. It's going to be blocked off the hand of Jessica Conway. A point towards North Platte, 2-0. Yet again, it's all about the positioning of the arms when you have it turned out a specific way. No matter what you do, perfect defense, it's always going to go the direction. Back. Her third serve gets onto the backside. Set from Reed towards Jessica Conway, but there's Kylie Tilford and Izzy Belgum to shut it down. 3-0.
Yeah, there we go. That's how you like to start right here.
Now the question is, and the discussion, will they allow Omaha Bryan back in? They did last set.
Right.
They had a 6-point lead and had it dwindle down to 2. So far up to a dominating start in set 3, 3-0. Vax's fourth serve gets to the back line. The set coming in on the side of Brandy Reed. And unfortunately, Gabriela Carasso not able to spike it on over roll style, and it's 4-0. Quick 4-0. As Vac yet again, those all game long, we've been seeing Trinity Vac from the service line just get it done alongside Abby Kamensky.
No doubt.
Her fifth now. Strong one to the backside. It's going to awkwardly bounce off of Rylan Hines' hand. And with that, another ace for Trinity Vac. 5-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. And winner will face Lincoln Southwest tomorrow in Lincoln starting at 6 o'clock. Bulldogs, though, leading the series here 2-0. Vac gets the okay from the official. Her sixth serve. Nice strong power. It's going to awkwardly bounce that time against Rylan Hine again. It is 6-0. Bulldogs on fire from their most powerful position on the court from the service line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, keep going here, Trinity. She's home for supper.
She has been... That is true. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I haven't thought about that yet. As Vac going to squeak
leftover pizza for me, baby.
That's good.
I'm excited about it.
But Trinity Vac keeping it exciting as she squeaks that ace in it. Absolutely hit the front of the net. Would have been a point going to the side of the Bears, but it just falls on over 7-0. Lady Luck on the side of the Bulldogs. Her eighth serve is just barely going to squeak in back-to-back aces. It's 8-0. Man, the Bulldogs are rolling here set number 3.
It's getting the breaks, too. Let's be real. A little help from the net last time. Finding the line that time.
Lady Luck smiling on the side of North Platte as they are cruising to a 3-0 set victory over Omaha Bryan. That time picked up on the backside by Hine. And then Carasso going to pitch it on over there. Good save from Kamensky. Almost fell out of bounds, but the Bulldogs defense saves it. Now, Brandy Reed to Carasso, and it's going to just fall out of play. Now 9-0 advantage for North Platte. Trinity Vac up for her, guess what, Scott Carlson? 10th serve.
Even I can do that math. It's 9-0. I'm horrible at math.
That's a good point. I'm pretty bad at math, too. Vac towards the backside to Hine. As Brooke Reed, and now that one not going to get on over on the side of Gabriela Carasso. It's 10-0. Bulldogs in absolute utter control, and a timeout called on the side of Omaha Bryan to stem the bleeding. It has just been all Bulldogs here in set number 3. When we come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
How would you like to get a warranty on a used car, truck, or SUV? When you purchase a qualified pre-owned vehicle at Premier Toyota in North Platte, it comes with a 6-month or 6,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. 6 months or 6,000 miles, whichever comes first. That is totally awesome when you are buying a pre-owned vehicle. Stop out and talk to the friendly staff at Premier Toyota, just south of I-80 today. Take a test drive and get a warranty on qualified pre-owned vehicles. Let's go places.
gosh, I am so hungry, but the game is on.
Well, you big lug, get off the couch and get to Dave's Place Pizza and Wings to watch and fill your massive belly.
Well, why didn't I think of that?
Well, just go to Dave's Place.
Dave's Place at 1510 East 4th is the quintessential place to watch the game and fill your belly. Massive or not, pizzas, wings, calzones, and even great meals for the kiddos. Daily specials too. Call in an order at 532-3922 or order online at davesplacenp.com. DoorDash available too.
North Platte Post Sports.
Back to the Doghouse. Bulldogs leading 10-0. It's now Trinity Vac's 11th serve here in set number 3. It's going to sneak right in for an ace. Just keep it rolling for the Bulldogs. They're on absolute domination. Right now, Omaha, Bryan.
No, Trinity Vac's on absolute domination.
That is very true. She's on her 12th serve now and has been absolutely steamrolling through the Bears in set number 3. Like she has somewhere to be to get her homework done, as that one's going to bounce awkwardly off of Carolina Thompson. That's 12-0, another ace for Trinity Vac. You might as well call this the Trinity Vac set, because that's really what it's been. All Trinity Vac, as checking on in comes Cadence Jones for Brooke Reed. Vac with her 13th serve now. Gets on over to Veronica Gonzalez. What a good save from Brandy Reed. And then, whoa, good save though from Madison Ewing to be there on the tip. Izzy Belgum's going to find a wide open gap for a Bulldog point. It's 13-0. Scott Carlson, are we see a big fat donut on the side of Omaha Bryan all game?
Not saying it.
Bulldogs, though, just dominating from the service line thanks to Trinity Vac. Her 14th serve. Oh, almost going to fall in for another ace. It's going to be miraculously pushed over by Jessica Conway. And now from the backside, that one going to fly out the back. That coming off the hands of Callie McLean. McLean checking in for Carly Purdy, and it's a point now towards the way of Omaha Bryan as Brandy Reed comes up to serve. 13-1 now. Reed's first serve of the entire game is going to fall right in front of Hamilton, who saves it, and now Belgum just has to swing it over. Reed set up by Jones, and then Carasso with a really strong power hit has it bounce off of Trinity Vac. 13-2 now. Bulldogs still up here in set number 3. They have a 2-0 set advantage over the side of Omaha Bryan. 25-13, 25-11 in their 2 sets, as they've just been on absolute domination from the word go. Brandy Reed now with her second serve, trailing by 11. To the backside, a gets set on over to Sienna Mitchell, and she's going to sneak it in, as it's going to get stuck and then called for a 2-hitter, or actually, excuse me, a lift. And now it's 24-2 as Carly Purdy is going to check in for McLean. Yep, 14-2. You heard that, folks. You're in set number 3.
I love you. All right.
With Izzy Belgum, her first serve here is set number 3. Almost falls in.
Come on.
What a great save coming in on the side of Cadence Jones. Purdy roll spikes it. Another tip from Cadence Jones. Now the Bears will set up to, Jessica Conway. Far side Purdy. Beautiful setup, but oh, mamma mia. That power took it all into the net.
Got into it.
14-3.
Yeah, just dropped a little bit too low. The set was a little bit too low, I think, and a tough one to deal with.
14-3 with up to serve Jessica Conway for the side of Omaha Bryan. Nice power one back to Hamilton. The set near side, just tipped over by Kylie Tilford. Jones to Thompson, tipped at the front, and then Tilford saves it, and then some more miscommunication. We talked about it. Hamilton as well as Carly Purdy in the vicinity, letting it just fall in. It's now a 10-point advantage for North Platte, 14-4.
Got to talk.
Getting a little relaxed out there with a massive lead, and that could bring back in the side even more miscommunication between Hallie Hamilton and Kylie Tilford. Again, the side getting a little loose out there with, again, this 2-set advantage and massive lead. It's allowing Omaha Bryan to just sneak back in. Ryland, and then saved, pushed over by Sienna Mitchell. Some quick reactions on the side of the Bulldogs. That's going to just sneak in, coming off of Brandy Reed. And now it's 14-6. Now Omaha Bryan getting the momentum back on their side. 14-6. Jessica Conway again with the serve to Ryland. The set, far side, Purdy leans into it, and it's going to be blocked off the front that time by Gabriela Carasso, as well as Veronica, scratch that. That one coming off of Cadence Jones, another point towards the Bears. The lead's now only 7 for North Platte.
Yeah.
Hate to see that. In it. Jessica Conway, though, is going to spike it into the net. And now it's 15-7. As Mickey Madison checks back in with Kylie Tilford now serving on the side of North Platte. They lead by 8. Tilford lets it fly from the serve. Goes to Conway. Reed with the set, and Carasso just has to throw it on over. Ryland. Now towards Sienna Mitchell. She almost snuck it in for a point as Jessica Conway there defensively. Now to Carolina Thompson, rolling it on over. Great dive from Trinity Bank. And now Purdy from the backside. Oh, picked on over by Gonzalez. And then Mickey Madison tried to take advantage on the one-timer, but no good. Back towards the middle of Purdy, who lines it up and squeaks it on past Gabriela Carasso. 16-7 now. Got a little bit of momentum back. Sorry, let me cut you off there.
No, I was just going to say, just right there in front of Carly, and that's what happens when she gets it where she needs it.
Yeah, just there's no stopping. No stopping her. 16-7 for Kylie Tilford. Another serve gets to the backside, picked up by Jessica Conway. And now pushed on over by Cadence Jones. Now Mitchell sets it. Madison from the middle gets it in for a Bulldog point. There's Mickey Madison for her kill at 17-7 now.
Yeah, it's a wide open deep court there on the Bears side, and Mickey doing a great job.
Tilford up now for her 4th serve. It's 17-7. Bulldogs again getting back into firm control of the steering wheel to Veronica Gonzalez in the back line. Conway, and then Thompson just has to smack it on over. Vac towards the middle of Madison. Good block, though, off top from Gabriela Carasso. And with that, it's 17-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. As Veronica Gonzalez comes in to serve, as out goes Gabriela Carasso, the freshman. Gonzalez gets the A-OK and lets it fly. Line drive on over to Ryland. The set, middle, Purdy lines it up, and it's going to be blocked off, I believe, Juliana Morellini up front, and that's a point toward the Bears. It's now an 8-point lead.
I just finish this. Don't let them back into Bulldogs.
Again,
I don't know what to say here.
I know it's really tough because they're doing a good job, but it's really just they're playing a little too lackadaisical is how I would describe it. As Purdy, Vac, and then now to Mitchell, and she slams it down. Sienna Mitchell.
Shot by Sienna.
Getting her 2nd kill of the game, and it's 18-9. Again, you love seeing the younger players that haven't seen much action all season long get reps, specifically in district play, where it's super important and it's a completely different environment from regular season.
That gives you a chance to keep your starters healthy as well and
keep them
risk
fresh.
Injury.
There it is. Keep them fresh. As Kamensky with a strong serve back to Gonzalez. Reed, backside to Jones, who unfortunately tried to push it on over, but light on the wrists allows it to slip through. 19-9. And checking in now comes Brooke Reed for Cadence Jones. Kamensky now up for her 2nd serve. Bulldogs leading 2-0 in terms of set totals. Winner goes on to take on Lincoln Southwest, the #1 team here in the District's A2. As that one bounces off of the hand of Veronica Gonzalez just in front of the Reed sisters, Brandy and Brooke, for a Bulldog point, 20-9. All Bulldog action here through these 3 sets. So we are quickly approaching the conclusion as Kamensky just barely squeaks it over, and now just having to kick it on over, Brooke Reed to Purdy, who winds it up. And I mean, she just wound that sucker up and lasered it between Veronica Gonzalez and Jessica Conway, 21-9. It's Kamensky now coming in. For her 3rd serve is checking in now comes Mackenzie Traw. Kamensky gonna sneak.
Almost.
Just barely out. With that, a point towards the Bears. It's now a 21-10 margin. As now up to serve comes Brooke Reed for the Bears. Reed with a strong one back on over to Ryland. The set towards the middle. Mickey Madison. Oh, what a great save from Brooke Reed. And then pushed over by Moralini. The set, far side. Purdy winds it up, and it's just too good. And with that, a point falling the way of the Bulldogs, 22-10. As now up to serve comes Carly Purdy. This could be her last one here of the night. Almost slips in for an ace, and I say that it does slip in for an ace, 23-10. It's all Bulldogs action right here. As now checking in comes Shamara Sherlock, the freshman. Bulldogs in full control here in set number 3, looking for the 3-game sweep. Picked up by Jessica Conway. And it's going to tip on in with theirs. Weir tipped over by Madison. Brooke Reed to save it. And then just tipped over by Jessica Conway. The set. Weir. Far side as that's going to be tipped over by Belgium. Surprising, luckily. And then the surprise tip picked up by Brooklyn Ayers. And the light tip from Carly Purdy trying to keep him off guard. And it's going to fall out of play. That light tip kind of shocked me as well, as you can tell by the elevation of my voice. Right. As the Bulldogs.
Voice change there.
I know, I wasn't I wasn't too ready for that one. Here we go, everybody. It is game point. 24-10. Gets onto the back to Brooke Reed. And now the Bears just get on over Jessica Conway. Hamilton. Set. Madison in the middle. Oh, just going to barely fall out of bounds. And
right there.
Just on the cusp. And with that, it is now a 24-11 lead for the Bulldogs, with up now coming Mackenzie Traw to serve. Still match point for 24-11. Traw's light serve gets over to Hamilton. The set from Weir. Madison! Oh, but it's going to get on over to Brooke Reed. The set from Brandy Reed, and then pitched over by Shamrock. It's not going to get over. And with that is how the game and match will set. The Bulldogs win in 3 straight sets here against the Bears. 25-13, 25-11, and 25-11. We'll step away and take a break and come back into the Quick Stop post-game show right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
This is Joe from Swift Auto Center in North Platte. The Dogs play here. KWOQ North Platte, 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
Not sure where to find your students' grades? How about events or news about your student's school? Well, at North Platte Public Schools, we have an app for that. Downloading the app is free and easy. Simply visit your app store and search for North Platte School District. Once it's downloaded, you can adjust the settings to meet your needs. Next time you need to know what's on the lunch menu or review the school announcements, remember, we have an app for that. We are MPPS. Come grow with us.
Start your day with gourmet coffee with Quick Stop's 100% Arabica house blend and Quick Stop's Seattle Buzz coffees. Quick Stop Rewards offering exclusive discounts and fuel rollbacks. Savings up to 15 cents per gallon with Sinclair Dino Pay using your debit or credit card. Quick Stop can refresh with Frazzle gourmet slushes and for real shakes and smoothies. Or customize your favorite fountain drink with flavor shots and everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to the Doghouse. Bulldogs with a big victory over Omaha Bryan to advance into the next round of district playoff play, defeating them in 3 straight sets, 25-13, 25-11, and 25-11. They will go on to tomorrow to take on Lincoln Southwest in Lincoln with first serve at 6 o'clock. Scott Carlson, your takeaways from this actually overall dominating performance from the Bulldogs?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, pretty clear who the better team on the court was tonight, and Dogs took care of business, and they maybe gave a little more than they needed to there in the second, but got some of the younger players' experience and protected some of your starters from injuries and fatigue, so a good opportunity
That's what
like I said, a clean match.
It was a clean match besides the kind of taking your foot off the gas pedal moment specifically in set number 3. But overall, it was just they took care of business, and that's what you were hoping for. Just because Omaha Bryan comes in from a long distance and they are the lower seed doesn't mean they'll come up and not put up a fight, as we saw through set number 2 and spades of set number 3. But the Bulldogs were able to just, whenever that momentum swung back the other way, retake it in just dominating fashion, specifically from the service line, and just not let go of it.
Yeah, definitely had a great night from the service line. We talked in the pregame show. That's a good way to, make it a little easier on yourself, is to serve well, and the Dogs definitely did that tonight.
Thank you again, though, to our premier sponsors for today. CT Computer Services, your IT guy, since 2005, and Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota, let's go places. Now, Scott Carlson, before we go, it is time for our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. When Money Matters, talk to Marshall Doty and Mark Tillman, Ameriprise Financial Advisors in North Platte, Nebraska, about professional financial services. Ameriprise Financial Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. I think we might be on the same page here. The clear and obvious Ameriprise Financial Player of the Game is going to go to Trinity Vag. That monster serving from her 15 straight serves in set number 3 that put the Bulldogs up handily in that set. And then all throughout the game, just really excellent positioning on her sets, and it just allowed the Bulldogs to really cruise through to the victory.
Yeah, definitely had a great serve run from the service line in that last set, and I was hoping maybe she'd run it a little bit. I think she could have, but unfortunately, that's hard to do. But I think 13
if I remember correctly. It's just crazy.
Can't ask for much more than that.
I know. So she is our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. And again, it's time for now our Eeks Office Solutions box score. Our final score here, Bulldogs with the 3-0 series victory over Omaha Bryan, 25-13, 25-11, and 25-11. They will go on the road tomorrow to Lincoln Southwest to take on the number 1 seed, continuing on with district playoff run. That'll start at 6 o'clock with our quick stop pregame beginning at 5:50. I'll see you all, hopefully a lot of fans on down there to support the Bulldogs. They go through the district volleyball play. But that'll do it here from the Doghouse. Bulldogs with a 3-0 series victory over Omaha Bryan. We'll step away and we'll see you all tomorrow right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Is important. It helps you stand out from the rest. So why not establish yourself with exceptional personalization from Willow Creek Embroidery? Willow Creek Embroidery has moved to a new location with a bigger showroom and the same great service. No setup for new customers when ordering 12 or more apparel items. They can customize literally anything, and they are not just an embroidery shop.